This issue will destroy New York City.
I could tell that they're gang wars. I mean, they're tattooed up to head to toe. The people pissing on my door, they're tattooed up head to toe.
Close the border! That's why you just want people here to vote! You want people here to vote!
¿Se van a votar por Joe Biden?
Yeah.
¿Por qué?
Porque es una persona que tiene un enorme corazón. Está ayudando al pueblo emigrante.
The New York City migrant crisis has only gotten worse and there are no signs of it slowing down. I'm back in New York City to be talking with the New Yorkers and the migrants porque yo hablo español about what is going on and what is happening to New York. I'm here with my mother, Brooker T. Jones, and she's going to be giving us insights about what is going on while we are here in the city.
One thing that has happened last week, Mayor Adams, the mayor of New York City, said that he will be giving the migrant families credit cards totaling $53 million that the New York City taxpayers will have to be paying for.
Because of the overwhelming amount of migrants, New York City has had to create shelters and even take over hotels to house all these migrants. There are 5 main shelters that I have identified that we will be visiting throughout the day. The first is a church that has been converted into a shelter to house these migrants. Right next to the shelter, these are all people that came here and walking through, seeing what's going on here. Hello, hello. Just a lot of people here. Do you like it here?
Yeah, of course.
How are they treating you guys in the shelter?
Actually, now it's not good.
So what do you do when you can't get a place to sleep?
They give us sometimes some address like a church. We go there. So a church, you have to come there 8 p.m. and 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. you have to leave. So, it's so cold, so it's so difficult to be outside.
What do you guys do when you're outside? Are you guys walking? Are you trying to work? Or what are you guys doing?
Here if you don't have a permit work, you can work. So sometimes some of us go to Home Depot. They go there to look in a job. Sometimes they get something, sometimes no. So.
And how long have you guys been here in the United States?
Actually, me 7 months.
And in your 7 months here, have you just had to go through the cycle over and over of trying to get a place to sleep every night, every month?
Yeah.
Are you happy you came to the United States?
I was happy, but actually now, which is difficult, so it's so difficult.
Do you wish you would have stayed in Orchania?
No, actually, if I can, I will come back, but I cannot because I feel my life if I come back there, so I don't have a choice just to stay.
And what about you? Do you wish you would have stayed in Senegal?
Yeah, it's fine. I need here. It's fine, yeah.
You like it here?
Yeah, I like yeah.
And how long have you been here for?
4 months I have here.
And what's your plan?
No, you say here, see you coming for here. You say me, my life, I have no stress. I take it my time.
Do you like New York?
Yeah, I like very New York. Yeah.
How long have you been here for?
I have 6 months here.
6 months?
Yeah.
And have you been able to get a job?
No, I don't have any job.
Any job?
No.
So what do you do during the day?
Right now, I sell cigarettes.
Sell cigarettes?
Yeah.
Is that how you make the money?
Yeah, simple.
And how much do you make a day selling cigarettes?
Every day I make $10.
¿Y qué piensa de lo que está pasando aquí con todos los migrantes?
Está muy malo. Está muy malo por la sencilla razón de que de los inmigrantes están atacando a la misma policía.
¿Qué piensa sobre eso?
Está malo, que deben de mandarlo para atrás de nuevo. Hay ladronismo, hay de todo aquí.
¿Usted piensa que hay pandillas que están llegando aquí?
Pandillas que están llegando fuera de aquí.
Como sus días para levantarse, pasar el tiempo y dormir de nuevo.
Exactamente.
Entonces no pueden hacer mucho.
No pueden hacer mucho. Sí.
¿Y qué número es?
21.816.
¿Y qué significa este número?
El turno, pocas palabras.
Entonces tiene que esperar 21,000 personas hasta que pueden entrar.
Exactamente.
So he has to wait 21,000 people just to get into the shelter. New Yorkers are also very upset about what is going on. I talked to this one guy and he had some very interesting things to say.
I think I can't wait till next year when Trump becomes president. So that everything could go right back to normal. Because everything is messed up. The police ain't doing their job. All these people, obviously, this is from our tax money. These guys are receiving like $4,000 a month. $4 grand a month to live in hotels and buy things and stuff. I'm like, aren't we the ones in need? The people from the United States? Well, on top of that, we're giving away money to other countries. We're the ones in need. Like, this is ridiculous. That's why I've never voted in my life, and I'm voting this year for Trump because things need to get back to normal.
Who's to blame for all this?
Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe's the one to blame for all of this. As you just gotta look at him on TV. He doesn't do anything. He's made things worse.
What do you think is going to happen to all these migrants here in the streets, here in the shelters? What's going to happen to them once their time is up and the city can't hold them anymore?
We can't hold them. As you can see already, they're living in the streets. They're going to people's buildings and stuff like that and walking around asking for handouts and stuff.
What is the government doing to stop people from coming into New York?
Oh, they're not doing a damn thing. They're not doing a damn thing. It's bad. They're not doing anything. The police are not doing their job. Look, my girlfriend got assaulted on 14th Street coming out of work like around 1 o'clock in the morning. Then she got out, told the police, they looked at each other, they didn't do a damn thing.
Why won't NYPD do anything about this?
I'm guessing it's because they defunded them.
So do you think NYPD's not doing anything because they're mad and they're trying to prove a statement to the government that, hey, you guys need to back us up before we even do anything for you guys?
Exactly.
Are you living out here in the streets?
Yes, I am.
And does it make you does it upset you that these migrants are getting...
Yes, a lot. But I'm a real New Yorker, and it's hard for me to accept there's people coming in when I need help myself, and they're getting the help that I'm supposed to be getting. They're giving it away to somebody else. And I'm really trying my best to get the help I really need. We all need help. We all need help. We all human beings. Just because you come from another country invading my private space, that don't mean you're going to take advantage and do all the chaos you come in here to do.
¿Y cuánto tiempo lleva aquí en los Estados Unidos?
En los Estados Unidos tengo 2 meses.
2 meses. ¿Y cómo ha sido su experiencia?
Horrible, ¿verdad? Horrible, porque uno viene con un sueño, uno viene con una expectativa, uno viene con ganas de trabajar, no de robar ni nada por el estilo, sino que, bueno, mi experiencia ha sido muy fea por las mucha convivencia en los shelters, muchas peleas por muchas cosas, mucha falta de otras cosas también.
¿Cree que viniste aquí con una esperanza que todo estaría mejor?
Sí.
¿Y no fue así?
No, de verdad no.
Do you like it here?
Yeah, I like the place.
How long have you been here for?
Almost now, 2 months.
2 months?
Yeah.
And have you been able to get work?
No, I'm not working.
No? What do you do during the day?
Nothing. Only sitting here, spending the whole day here.
What do you think your plans are going to be for the next few months?
Right now, I'm planning for my asylum.
What do you think about the migrant crisis that's going on here?
Mixed feelings. Part of me feels like just because you invite people to your home doesn't mean you should invite the whole neighborhood to your home. But another part of me feels like what makes New York great is a constant influx of migrants. And if people are crazy enough to just come here, this is part of what keeps fresh blood in New York. So it's like, I like to see them coming here. I just don't think we should house them and feed them. It's like they should find a way for themselves to live. That's what I think.
Do you think it's right that they're getting housed in shelters while homeless citizens of the U.S. can't get into?
No, but I do like the fact that they're coming here, and I think that they're a part of like keeping a diversified community that is what makes New York creative.
So you like the migrants coming here to New York City?
Yes.
It's interesting how in these 2 interviews, these 2 men had such different opinions, yet they were filmed at the exact same park. Nowadays, it's more important than ever to know what is the truth, especially while you're getting your news. And with the sponsor of this video, Ground News, it is easier than ever. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of the political bias, factuality, and ownership of the sources reporting. For example, take a look at this story about the migrant crisis in New York City. Right away, you can see the number of news outlets that are reporting on this story, and out of these numbers, you can compare who are left-leaning and who are right-leaning. It will also give you other articles on the subject so you get a wide variety of coverage on the topic. That way you can understand what bias you are reading while you are reading the article. One feature I love is called the blind spot. For instance, if I was left-leaning, I may have missed this article that talks about northern states see record surge in illegal border crossings. It's so important that you stay informed, and Ground News is leading the way so that you get news that is reliable and true. Subscribe right now for 30% off using my link, so go to ground.news/Nick Shirley or go to the link in my description to sign up today. After a migrant crosses the border, they are then put into buses and they are shipped off into these sanctuary cities such as Denver or New York City. All New York City migrant arrivals happen at the New York Port of Authority, and then from there they are dispersed into the city. However, now because many of these migrants can't get jobs, they are leaving New York City at this Port of Authority.
Ahora estamos aquí abajo de donde vienen los migros. ¿Y cómo fue su experiencia aquí en Nueva York?
Sí, es muy bonito en Nueva York.
Muy bonito. ¿Y por qué está saliendo la ciudad ahora?
Porque no hay trabajo.
¿Sintieron que era más fácil para llegar aquí a los Estados Unidos gracias a Joe Biden?
Sí, un poco sí.
Antes con Trump fue más difícil.
Más difícil, ajá, era más difícil. Ahora un poco más fácil.
Y si podría hablar con el presidente ahora mismo, ¿qué diría él?
Que gracias a él estamos aquí.
Right here is the Row Hotel.
This is one of the 5 hotels that has been transformed into a shelter.
So we're gonna walk in there and see what kind of operation they're running inside. This is a really nice hotel. How's it going?
How can I help you with?
Oh yeah, we were just checking out the hotel.
Oh, the hotel is closed, I'm sorry.
It's closed, but there's a ton of people in here right now.
Because it's a shelter now.
Oh, you guys,
hotel.
it's shelter for the migrants coming in?
Yeah, it's no longer open to the public. It's closed to the public.
How many floors is it?
30.
30 floors. This thing is...
Yeah.
You guys aren't allowed to talk about it?
Yeah.
Why is it like such a big secret, do you think?
I don't know. We just follow orders.
When hotels such as the Row Hotel close until further notice, they sign a contract with an outside source saying that they will pay the rent in order for them to house the migrants. And the hotels love it because it is guaranteed money every single night. And at a rate of $200 per night at the Row Hotel, and with 1,331 rooms, that is $260,000 a day, $1.8 million a week, and $7.2 million a month. And all that money is guaranteed.
¿Y por cuánto tiempo han estado quedándose aquí en el Row Hotel?
Desde que yo llegué, de julio.
¿Cuántos meses es eso?
Como 7 meses.
¿Y han tenido que pagar alojamiento?
No, nada, no he pagado nada.
¿Es 100% gratis?
Sí.
¿Y le dan almuerzo, desayuno?
Sí, le dan cosas del niño, personales, nos dan pañales, lo que necesiten ellos.
¿Y ahí en el hotel hacen limpieza de las puertas?
Sí, hacen. Sí, todos los días hacen limpieza, cambian las sábanas, hacen aseo.
¿Todos los días hacen eso?
Sí, todos los días.
¿Han podido conseguir trabajo ustedes?
No. Yo no.
Si ustedes tuvieran un problema de medicina, ¿cómo podrían recibir ayuda con eso?
Bueno, con una tarjeta, la del seguro de Medicare. Y la MetroPlus. Nosotros tenemos la MetroPlus y eso nos abarca el seguro que nosotros necesitamos para los niños y también nosotros nos beneficiamos de eso.
¿Se sintieron apoyados gracias a nuestro presidente Joe Biden?
Bueno, sí, porque si no estamos trabajando ni nada, él es el que nos está ayudando prácticamente.
Entonces, ¿quién está apoyándoles en todo eso? ¿Sería el gobierno?
Bueno, el gobierno. La verdad, el gobierno, pero no sé, en realidad no sé.
¿Y ustedes saben que los ciudadanos de Nueva York están pagando por todo eso, cierto? Es su dinero, de los impuestos.
No sé.
¿Supieron eso?
As I have talked with migrants, they seem misinformed about who's actually paying for their needs. And the reality is that the money they are receiving is from your hard-paying tax money if you are a U.S. citizen. It's not just that the government makes money, they get money from people paying taxes. And that's why so many Americans are outraged about what is going on, because their hard-working tax dollars are going towards people that have entered into the country illegally, breaking laws, and are receiving benefits for being here in America.
Last night we were outside and there was a shooting. Now this morning outside the Row Hotel, they have the signs out for the suspects.
While we were inside a building in Times Square, a 15-year-old Venezuelan boy took out a gun and shot a tourist while trying to shoot a cop.
¿Qué piensa de eso, de lo que pasó ayer en la noche?
No, me parece una falta de respeto. Claro, porque entre los mismos venezolanos no podemos enchavar a otro venezolano que en verdad quiere buscarse el día a día en trabajar y esas cosas. Aquí hay muchos venezolanos que están jodiendo, o sea, venezolano entre venezolanos. No estamos jodidos entre nosotros mismos, pues.
As we were walking, an altercation arose between a New Yorker and a migrant that was parked illegally.
He's parked in front of a hydrant, which is illegal. He has no license plates. He's kind of timeless, and he's cursing me out because he doesn't want anybody to So I just told this man he's parked illegally, he's posting bills illegally. There was migrants actually robbed a woman in broad daylight not too long ago. They molested my super's high school daughter, gang molested.
How much money are these hotels making off of this crisis?
They're making a lot. I know one manager making $1 million. I'm just saying, they're making a lot. It's all government siphon funding. So the U.S. tax dollars is going to support the migrants, and it's doing nothing for our economy. It's actually destroying our economy. It's just destroying our safety. It's destroying our community morale. It's just bad. And they need to stop the border crisis and just stop the illegal invasion of America by terrorists. And we know they caught, 15 terrorists, and we know there are a whole bunch of them in Queens. We know terrorist cell groups are already here. They're just waiting for the opportune time to invade. And people who are on the know are already terrified. They don't know where to go. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is our homeland. I've lived here 50 years. And this is not fair that we feel unsafe in our homeland. And our own country is not defending us. And there's nobody to protect us. The police can do nothing. They told us they can do nothing because there's no law against them.
What do you think is going to happen with the migrant crisis here in New York City?
It's getting bad because they're also next to my house. And they piss on my door. They're tattooed up. And they smoke and they drink and they noise pollute. And it's becoming a menace. I mean, it's getting a little scary because we know that they're not safe. You know, I mean, we see a few women and children, and honestly, they dress better than I am. You know what I mean? So all I could say is that right now, we are concerned about the safety of the civilians. It's happening on both my office building and my home building. So I have illegal migrants parked their bikes in front of my apartment, and they blast their music, they're smoking, they're illegally parked with no plates.
How do you feel about your tax dollars going towards their credit cards, towards their housing?
Yes, I know. It's serious because we have veterans homeless. We have many people homeless who need help, and the civilians are not getting the help, and the migrants are getting a lot of help, and it's just not fair. It's a crime. I'm sorry. It's a crime against civilians, and people are not speaking up, and they need to speak up because it's going to escalate. And I'm a civilian trying to stop some of this stuff, and you know, it's dangerous. As you just saw, this man was threatening me. This catch and release law is an absolute crime to civilians of New York. You know,
who's to blame for all this?
I think the governor is not doing enough. I don't know if the mayor could do anything. I'm just saying, the catch and release, where the police can't hold. And by the way, Florida is arresting their migrants who are committing crimes. In New York, there is no law against migrants.
How do you think that's going to affect the city long term if the migrants can do crime and they just get catched and released?
Correct. Right now, you know, people in the Bronx are getting attacked. People Upper East Side, 2 of them just got attacked you heard, a couple of days ago. It's getting scary. And it's illegal to buy mace. It's illegal to protect yourself. I mean, I'm just saying. And if you were a good Samaritan and you actually help somebody, they're going to jail. Good Samaritans are going to jail. So this is just insane. The law has to change, and I think the governor is just changing her tune a little bit because the attack on the police, where the policeman's head was being bashed repeatedly, went viral. That's the only reason she said anything to support the police. California defund the police, and look at them now. They're just a mess. It's going to get worse and worse, and the civilians has to speak up. They got to stop believing the lies of the woke media and wake up and say something, because our own personal safety is at stake. And we can't wait till some of us are murdered, for them to go to jail. It's just ridiculous.
Who's making all the money off of this crisis?
The migrants are making fistful of money. This is what the manager of the migrant building said. They're making fistful of money. They pay no taxes. And they're shipping all the money out to their country and getting all our benefits and paying zero tax dollars. So that's the problem. They're not legal. If they were legal, they need to pay taxes. But Massachusetts giving them driver's license and giving them freedom of voting does not make them legal. They're still not paying taxes. And there's no law against illegal migrants committing crimes. So again, it's lawlessness, non-payment of taxes, siphoning all our money to their native countries, and it's just killing our economy. And he's taking 4,000, Eric Adams just said he's going to give 4,000 migrants jobs. That means 4,000 civilians have less jobs. It's just not fair to Americans.
Where should these migrants go?
Well, they should go back home. If they want to be law-abiding citizens, apply legally and start paying taxes. There are a lot of people without green cards applying for immigration. And if they pay taxes, they get shown favor. But either way, they're obviously connected with mafia, because how do they own a BMW? How do they own all these cars on this block? They're connected to mafia. They're connected to drug lords.
And there's a lot of on drugs being brought over by these migrants here in New York City?
Absolutely. I mean, come on. I mean, I could tell that they're gang lords. I mean, they're tattooed up to head to toe. The people pissing on my door, they're tattooed up head to toe. So they're not regular people. They're gang lords.
Would you say 90% of the people that do come over are good people, or what would you say the percentage is?
I've only seen like maybe not even 10%. 10% of the migrants I've seen are actually normal. I mean, you know, normal, kind people, but not a lot of them. There's not a lot of them. I'm sorry. I've seen more dangerous folks than actually normal and kind people. And I'm sorry that's the fact that I'm seeing. But you know and I know right now there's only young men coming through the border. And that's been happening for the last 8 months, because I know somebody who works for the Department of Homeland Security. I mean, this has been going on for over a year, and Biden's doing nothing. He's a traitor. I'm sorry. He's a traitor. And he's committing high treason.
Is Joe Biden doing anything to stop this?
He just wants their votes. 17 million votes is not going to win the election. I'm sorry. He's not going to win. But
do you think this is all part of a plan for him to get reelected?
Of course. We know it. Everybody knows it. I mean, we all know it. They've been planning this from day one. Everybody knows it. This is just complete corruption. This is what they do. Anybody who does right, they hate, because they don't want anybody to do right. They don't want anybody telling the truth, and the media is saturated with liars. They're paid talking heads, $3.2 million a piece. That's how much they're getting paid. And people are brainwashed, and they don't even know the truth. And it's very sad. America has to wake up, because they're gonna wake up to a rude awakening because of their condolence to the crime that it's been committing from the top down. The fish rots from the head down.
I like that. The fish rots from the head down. We're going to keep going in about seeing what's going on here in New York City with this crisis. We're in front of the Watson right here, and look at this. There are just tons of bikes outside of the building, because what these people will do, because they can't work and they can't make money, but what they do is they're able to get a bike, and from the bike they can do deliveries. For instance, this person has no license plate, and a lot of these people do have license plates, but they're either stolen license plates that they put on the back, or they're fake license plates that they use to try and make some money. Like, look at this license plate right here. This license plate is bended, that way you can't see the numbers, because there's no license or registration on these bikes. And you may be wondering how these migrants are able to buy these scooters. One way that they are doing it is someone that already owns the bike legally here in the United States lends them that bike, and then in return for letting them use that bike, they take a piece of the earnings of their delivery services. So they make $10 on an Uber Eats delivery, they have to give $3 back, or whatever the price is, to the owner of the bike. That way they can keep the bike, and they can keep driving around doing these services and have a registered bike if it is registered, or they are just doing it illegally. But that is one way how they are getting these bikes. We went to another shelter to see what was going on, and we talked to NYPD, and I asked them what happens to these people after their time is up inside of these hotels, and they said they are shipping these migrants off to an island on the outskirts of New York. Here's New York City, and right here is a shelter they have built specifically for migrants. There's some tents out there for the homeless, but the migrants are living inside of here in these huge tents that are built by the city. They have literally transformed this whole entire island for this migrant shelter. Is huge. This is probably $1 million view at least right here if you had a property right here. And all these migrants right around here are gonna keep coming. They're living in this huge tent right here, and we're gonna show you guys what they're setting up here. People had set up barber shops, and the majority of the people I talked to were from Senegal, Colombia, Venezuela, and Ecuador. They had set up shops to make food for the people, and everyone was just listening to music, passing the time, because it is literally illegal for them to work because they don't have working permits. One guy had even set up a shop to clean the eyebrows. ¿De dónde es?
Allá from Colombia.
¿Cómo fue el trayecto hasta aquí?
Esto es una travesía larga. Esto es para valientes. Mucha mafia, mucho peligro, mucho todo.
¿Qué fue la cosa más loco que
vio? ¿Qué fue lo más loco? Sí. Secuestro. 20 personas secuestradas. 20. En el tren que yo venía.
20 personas fueron secuestradas en el tren.
Sí, en el tren bajaron 20 y se robaron al tren.
20 people were kidnapped and 3 people were robbed on a train getting here to the United States. ¿Valió la pena para llegar aquí?
Pues sí, gracias a Dios, porque nos están dando los papeles y eso, pero la idea es pedir asilo en Estados Unidos y que apoyen a uno, pero Dicen que el presidente nos va a sacar de acá a todos.
¿Cuántas comidas le dan al día?
3 comidas, 3. 3.
3 comidas al
3
día.
comidas al día. Y repetir si quieres, repetir.
¿En serio?
Sí, podemos repetir, claro.
¿Mucha comida entonces?
Sí, comida buena.
This shelter literally goes on, I kid you not, for an entire mile. They have taken over this whole entire side of this island. This whole entire piece of the island is now a shelter. How long do you plan on staying here in the United States?
I want to stay here because actually Africa, they don't like me, they dislike me, that's why. That's why I run away from this place to come here.
How come you ran away from Africa?
Because, in Africa they don't like albinos because actually people don't like me. That's why I even dropped from school because my friends, they don't like me. Actually, they don't like sitting close to me. Actually, my dad passed away in 2016. Since he passed away, I'm staying with my mom. And my mom, she's not working, she's not doing nothing. All the stuff we are selling. So I even dropped from school because of people don't like me in school. My friends, they don't like sitting closer to me. So you see, that's why I dropped from school.
Awesome. Well, have a good life here in New York.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're beautiful.
We left the island and went to the Roosevelt Hotel where we found a family that had just been evicted from their hotel room.
So she is going to tell us exactly how she got here to the United States from Venezuela step by step.
Sale uno de Venezuela, llega a Colombia, de Colombia sale para Capurganá, caminas dependiendo de cuánto puedas, llegas a la ONU en Panamá y de ahí solamente hay unos buses que te sacan de Panamá y te llevan hasta Costa Rica. De Costa Rica también solamente tienes permiso para pasar. Cuando llegas a Costa Rica para pasar a Nicaragua tienes que pasar escondido por trochas, luego caminas como 2 horas, 3 horas, más que todo en la madrugada para que la policía no te vea. Luego llegas a Honduras, en Honduras también te tienen solamente en una parte donde tienes que salir de una vez del país. Llegas a Guatemala y es lo mismo, en Guatemala es las peleas porque los policías te quitan mucha plata para dejarte pasar. Ya cuando llegas a México es lo mismo, lidiando con que los policías te quitan plata para dejarte pasar. Y cuando llegas pues a la frontera tienes que lidiar mucho con carteles que te quitan a los niños, inclusive a las mujeres las secuestran. Y ya pues cuando llegas a la frontera, que ya pasas de este lado, digamos que sientes como un alivio. Y ya luego te mandan, sea para donde, si tienes alguien que te reciba, pues, o si no tienes, como en nuestro caso no tenemos a nadie aquí, nos mandaron para acá, para Nueva York. Wow.
¿Qué trayecto? What a journey, that was crazy. Pasaron por literalmente todo para llegar aquí.
Es horrible.
¿Están planificando a quedarse aquí en Nueva York?
Nos gustaría, pero debido a que no se consigue trabajo y es muy difícil la estadía, estamos viendo cómo hacemos para movernos para otra parte, porque en realidad Nueva York está muy difícil. Aunque salgas a buscar trabajo puesto por puesto, no te dan trabajo y hay necesidades pues que uno tiene que cubrir, porque en mi caso, mira, tenemos 3 niñas.
Even though this is a huge problem here in New York City, I do believe that people like these guys that are working their butts off, even though they might not have bikes that are legal, whatever, they're really working because they need the money. You have to respect that they are trying their hardest to survive here in New York City because they're not getting any help with the paperwork and they have to live somehow too. Life ain't free, especially here in the city. And there's a reason why they call this place the concrete jungle, because literally everyone is trying to survive. Everyone's just trying to make a buck out here. And they're doing it. Even though they might not get in the right way, they're left with no choice and they have to make money because nothing's free here. Maybe food is free in the shelters, but a lot of these people, especially the middle-aged men that come over here, don't get that treatment of getting free food every single day. The migrants here at the row are literally the same migrants that were there this morning when we were visiting. I don't know what they're doing, standing on a corner all day. They can't work because they don't got papers, and so who knows what kind of work they're doing there on the corner. And with that being said, I really do believe that the majority of these migrants are here for a good reason. They want to better their lives. However, when over 8 million people have entered into the United States in the past 3 years illegally, and they're not checking anybody, it's very likely that a few of these people are here to do bad things. That's why you see shootings, attacks here in these big cities like New York, especially when these people aren't able to work and they just have free time to kill. And this is a concrete jungle. People have to survive one way or another. No one likes to be hungry. And after everybody I've talked to today here in New York City, the people that are most upset about what is going on are the hard-working, tax-paying citizens that are working their butt off, working 2-3 jobs a day, and their money is going to fund all these immigrants that aren't citizens here in the United States and that don't pay taxes, but they're getting the money of the hard-paying, tax worker. And with the increase of migrant crime in the city, I wanted to give some migrants the chance to say what they thought about all these crimes that were happening with migrants and NYPD officers.
Y hacen eso y después, el siguiente día fueron a la cárcel y cuando salieron hicieron eso a las noticias.
Muy mal de las partes de migrantes. Son como tipo nacionalidad venezolana, pues.
¿Y es los venezolanos que hacen todo eso?
Sí, yo creo que sí, porque la mayoría viene de esos lugares que hacen como si roban. No nos toman en cuenta los que somos buenas personas. Como nosotros, yo vendo adornos, peluches, algo así. Entonces yo quiero salir adelante sin hacer daño a nadie.
Que deportar al país porque son unas personas que no se respetan ni respetan a la sociedad. Si uno vino acá es para mejorar su vida económica y no venir a hacer daño a las demás personas porque nos están dando una oportunidad para poder estar acá.
Sería bueno reportarlas directamente a su país y no dejarlas libres inmediatamente como sucedió.
¿Qué porcentaje de migrantes creen ustedes vengan aquí para hacer malo y hacer delitos?
5%, pues, a mitad, porque no todos son malos.
Entonces creen que 5% de los migrantes que vengan aquí están aquí para hacer lo malo.
Ajá.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed and found it insightful. Please drop a like and subscribe to the channel. I will be responding to your comments down below. And this is Nick, and I will see you guys next video.